Blake recently spoke with an eliminated contestant on the Challenge USA, airing Wednesdays on CBS. Check this out.
I am here with cast member of the Challenge USA on CBS, James Wallington. James, thanks for joining me once again. How are you?
Of course, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to chat with you again and to answer your question. I'm doing great, despite being eliminated from the show. Soon, if you ask me, I'm doing great, but I'm really happy to be chatting with you today.
Good. Okay, so speaking of your elimination, so unfortunately last Wednesday you were eliminated from the challenge with your weekly partner, Tasha from Survivor, of course. So walk me through that elimination a little bit and tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I mean, first off, that elimination was so fun to watch back, despite knowing the outcome, just because I didn't realize in the moment how close it really was between Cache and Dom versus Tasha and I. But yeah, that elimination, unfortunately, luck was just not on Tasha and mine's side, but I have no regrets. I know there's a lot of times where Tasha and I have talked with each other, where we've kind of gone back and forth on whether she should have been in the tank and I should have done the tower stacking. But hindsight's 2020. We made the right decision in the moment we thought would best be in our best interest, and it's unfortunate how it all fell, but it is what it is.
Well, and quite frankly, you guys had a really strong strategy. The whole time I was like, okay, they're definitely going to win because Dominic was not stepping on the, what was it, like the pipe or whatever. So I was like, oh my gosh, their water is going to run out. And then it didn't. And I was like, I don't know how that worked, but okay.
I know. And even like watching it back, I was like, holy smokes, it was that close. And it really just came down to like, if Cache's tower would have fallen after she called check, there was like a 5-second window for it to stand. If it would have fallen, we would have won purely based on the drain alone, just because Dom didn't, clogged the drain or anything, and the water was at the line, it just would have been game over. So close, so close.
Yes. Now, I know in addition to obviously winning the Amazing Race a few years ago, you and your husband are both kind of like also super fans of all these other CBS shows. So I just have to know, what was it like getting to compete with all these different reality titans from different shows?
Like, it was a dream come true. I mean, like you said, I've been a longtime fan of all these shows, CBS specifically. To have been able to live out a dream with my now husband, Will, on The Amazing Race was, I thought, just like the best experience. But then to have opened this door to turn into the Challenge USA, where now I'm competing, not only representing Amazing Race, but competing alongside people I've grown up watching. I still pinch myself because it doesn't feel real, but it was an absolute dream come true. And I'm very honored to have had the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I have to know, what would you say your experience was like on the Challenge versus Amazing Race? Because obviously very different. And as viewers know, oh my gosh, you competed with your husband on the Amazing Race and you weren't with him on this show. So like, compare and contrast that for me a little bit.
Well, yeah, right off the bat, that's probably the biggest comparison, is that Will and I were not together for this. That's like the one difference I can think of right off the bat. Because with Amazing Race, you're with someone you can trust fully, that will be your biggest cheerleader, that has your best interests in mind. But now here I am. I find myself living in a compound with 27 other big personalities from all different CBS shows who are really competitive like me, and also very strategic in how they play the game, that I always had to think to myself, not everyone's going to have their best interests in mind, and not everyone's going to look out for me. I have to trust myself and look out for me and me alone. So that was definitely a big difference from my experience. But I think the way that the shows actually compare is Amazing Race is very high adrenaline. You're constantly on the go. You're going to probably do something physical, something strategic, something mental, and there's a little bit of luck involved on every leg of the race. I would say the same thing kind of goes with the challenge, where we're thrown into an extreme environment, like a challenge, for instance, where we have to use our brain, use our physicality, and be a little bit smart about how we execute it in order to do well. So I think that Amazing Race and the challenge, although very different in concept, are probably more alike than I think people realize.
Yeah, that's so interesting to like, I don't know, compare the two, because obviously the games are so different, but there's still strategy involved in both. You know what I mean?
Always. I mean, like a leg of the race is pretty much the final of a challenge show,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You're going to be doing a lot of running. You're going to be doing a lot of physical stuff, mental stuff, strategy, everything I just listed, all condensed in like a 48-hour period, just like it is on The Amazing Race. So I think that the show actually is the better prepared show going into the challenge, despite what some might think.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, James, well, I've got more questions for you, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.